Okay, so yeah, let's demo this real quick. So what I've created is a very simple app that is going to pick the fighting game that I'm going to stream, and then an extra rule or stipulation for when I play that game. Hold up. Why is... There we go. For example, if I hit Are You Ready? MMAB, that's Million Arthur Arcana Blood, and we're going to focus on spacing. Or if I roll it again, BBCF, Blaze Blue Central Fiction, work on spacing. DOA 5 LR, Dead or Alive 5 last round, I'm going to work on my Punish game. KOF 02 UM, King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match, work on Punishes. Soul Calibur 6, Interrupts. And those are kind of like the key points that I want to focus on right there. Very, very simple in its current iteration. I'm working to expand it, add more things to it. But before we talk about that, let's just look at the code real quick. So again, the array that we accessed at the beginning was this. You know, as you can see, none of these other titles are being implemented, and the base array for all these rules that we're practicing is right here. So we saw Punish, we saw Interrupts, we saw spacing, we didn't see anti-air, 5-hit combos are lame, but they're in there. Okay. Let me go back to that other... Yeah. How does... Great. So if we console log games, that shows us the games that we're working with right here, which again was Soul Calibur 6, King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match, Dead or Alive 5 last round, Blaze Blue Central Fiction, and Million Arthur Arcana Blood. And then if we check those rules that are being implemented, it's just like we were talking about: Punish, Interrupts, spacing, anti-air, 5-hit combos, and playing lane. Can I make this bigger for you guys? Guess not. Sorry about that. Well, we'll worry about that another time. So, basic array accessibility. So if we do games... So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in this game's array. And we always start with a 0 count. So if I do games 0, you can see that it kicks up Soul Calibur 6. If I want to access the last bit of information here in the games array, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, Million Arthur Arcana Blood. Same thing with our rules. Let's say I need to pull this spacing. That's 0, 1, 2. So I would do rules, bracket, spacing just like that. And accessing information in arrays, most tutorials do it just like this. Pretty straightforward. You don't have to understand all the syntax. But this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, because I don't want to use simple rules like that. If I switch things real quick. Can we go back here? I'm on a different branch. This is what my games array looks like now. So we have all those brackets in there, and let's go back and try to check it in here. So if I do game tiers, That's the all-encompassing one. What if I want to access, again, just Soul Calibur 6? How do we do that? This is where myself, I'm also getting a little bit lost and confused, because I also want to get to the point where I randomize these picks, right? Because like the how the slot machine's going, that's what we're trying to do. If we do games, we have to start with the base game tiers. And if I do 5, because that's where this is, let's see, what do we get? Great. So if I do games, game tiers 5, and then if I do 0, right, why are we not getting that right there? Clearly, this is not the way to access that. Like, there is a case to do double brackets, but it's not coming into play here. Let's keep playing with it. Game tiers 5 dot games, do 0 here. There we go. So we follow that tree. Game tiers, going to 5, going to games, then we access that bracket right there. So if I just do games 0, why is that accessing this one? Is it because I already climbed this branch? Maybe. Maybe. If we do games, math.floor, math.random, I'm just doing the formula here. Games.length. What do we get? King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match. Great. But yeah, it looks like I'm getting it with that math random. Let's just take a look back at the code. Oh, you know what? Even this, shoot. I don't think I'm up to date. Uh-oh. Yeah, I need to work on my commands. Cool. There we go. Here we go. Here's the array that I'm looking at now. Again, what we just looked at a second ago, that was this right here. But now we're getting more comprehensive with this information. So the full title of the name, have the logo of the name, have characters that I use, and what I want to practice. Okay. And now that we have to randomize more options, so not only we have to randomize the game, we have to randomize the character within that game, then randomize the practice point. My wires are getting crossed. I know how to randomize each thing independently, but the problem that I'm coming across is, okay, maybe it picks Soul Calibur 6, but then it's randomly picking a character from a different game, and that's not what we want, right? Like, if I'm playing Soul Calibur 6, I have to have a random character from the Soul Calibur 6 game. It makes no sense. Let's take a look. Should be busted now. Yeah, so this is the latest one, right? So if I roll this, oh, my formula is not working. Yeah, I took that out. But yeah, that's what I'm coming across. So I'm working on it. I don't have it all in order. That's just kind of a live update on what the coding's looking at right now, and the frustration with it, because there's other array methods that we could use, .filter, .reduce, .map. But when it comes into pulling all this information, again, we need to pick the game. Then within that game, certain rules and stipulations and the characters within that game, I don't know how to contain it just yet, but I'm working on it. So for now, if we are just trying to access it, let's const games. If I do games, math.floor, math.random times games.length. Okay, it picked King of Fighters 2002. So let's randomly pick the character from it. So games 1 dot characters math dot floor math dot random characters length. Shoot. Characters math dot floor math dot random characters. This should be it. Why is this not? Do I call it something else? No, I call it characters. What if I just do characters floor math random times 3. Characters is not defined. Something is not defined is a common error that we'll face. Senpapi, Matt, oh, you guys are jumping in when I am completely lost with my coding. We know that we're going to play King of Fighters 2002 here in just a second. I'm trying to pick... Oh, Illumination! Illumination, you were just in Matt's channel telling him to sing, right? That was you? Like, I was glancing over right before I started streaming, and I'm like, whoa, the Matt stands are crazy. Yeah, JavaScript's kicking my butt. Illumination, I hope that you sing too. You know, that's the way it should go. Whenever you make a request, you should also fulfill. I've been thinking, a side note, doing like a very informal music podcast, because that's something that I mess with on the side. I thought about streaming some of that stuff, but you know, like all the copyright issue stuff, I don't know how to work around that. If you have to just like delete the VOD as soon as you're done, should be okay with like your own music. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a follow here after my stream is done, but let me see if I can figure out how to access this array real quick. Characters. What happens if I do this? Ah, shit. Characters. Games. Dot. 1. Characters. Games 1. Characters. Yes. See, that's, I know that's right. Games 1 characters. I use math.floor, math.random. Characters.length. This characters.length keeps breaking, but that array is set right there. Okay. Yeah, the whole thing with the copyright, like, if they just mute it, that's fine. And YouTube's actually gotten better about how they do its copyright strike systems. But I know like Twitch has like a 3-strike rule, and I mean, I'm not that big on promoting my Twitch. You and Matt are gonna climb the skies. You're gonna be the next ninja, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do with my Twitch. It's becoming sort of a diary thing for me, and then again back to the fighting games just to keep my cool. Semicolons, like, it can totally fuck up code very easily. Okay, if you're smaller, it's no big deal. That's the usual occurrence. All right, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, if I get 3 strikes and I'm not allowed on Twitch anymore, like, that won't be the worst thing. Yeah. All right. So I just need to figure out. I just want to randomize this team selection, and then we can get to playing the games. Four. If I do this, okay, it did it. Team Ball Busters. Why was it not allowing me to multiply times the character length? Whatever. And Team Ball Busters. Who's Team Ball Busters? Team Ball Busters is going to be Clark, Blue Mary, and Shermie. So I've revised my original Team Ball Busters because it had Vice in there, but Vice is not in 15, and I'm trying to transfer my scrub knowledge from 2002 Unlimited Match over to 15. So that's what we're going to play. I'm going to plug in my horror gear.